Erick Caceres, Managing Partner of Eurobets, SRL.
So we're on day 2 of SBC Summit North America. Have there been any standout moments for you so far?
So far, SBC is always great. Miami was interesting. This is actually a little larger than it was, more exhibitors. And some of the highlights for me, being from the horse racing space, was the fireside chat with Bill Pascrell, I believe, and Dennis Drazian from the Monmouth Park racetrack, where they were discussing the big question, whether fixed bets on horse racing versus party mutual model would be the savior of horse racing wagering. My opinion is I'm not sure that it needs a savior. I think at the very least a fixed model would attract a new punter of a younger demographic that's already doing fixed bets with other sports books. That's pretty much it.
What can we expect from Eurobets in 2022?
Interesting stuff. Well, we're going to continue to innovate. We're going to continue to bring diversity into the horse racing space. As you know, it's sort of a legacy part of the wagering world. We lag a little bit in innovation and technology at this point, so we want to lead in that area.
How is Eurobets raising excitement and awareness around Dominican horse racing?
Creating the awareness. Dominican Republic is an interesting market. We're a small island with approximately 12 million population, of which under 1 million are traditional horse racing fans. There's only one racetrack, and in the last decade or so, it has kind of dwindled a little bit to more legacy. And so what we're doing is we're doing twofold. It's a twofold strategy. We're repositioning the way these traditional horse racing fans can bet and what they have access to. For example, our main product is the PMU French races, which was not made available in the Dominican Republic before. And we're doing that through 2 verticals. We're doing the online platform, which also didn't exist in the Dominican Republic, and also through a retail partner network. And on the other side of that, the other 4+ million that we know daily either play the lottery or bet on other sports books, we want to attract some of that public. So we have repackaged, for example, one of our races that pays enough money to be considered a lottery. We repackage it as such. You don't have to maybe know so much about horse racing or the jockeys or analytics of the sport, but you can basically press a button on our platform, an automatic play, and you're basically in the game and you play like a lotto.
What do you think are the key challenges facing betting and gaming companies in 2022, and kind of how are you facing those? How are you overcoming them?
Well, I can speak for our particular niche, horse racing. I think that all in all, we're lagging a little bit on the technology side. As you can see here at SBC, maybe there's one vendor that's a tote provider. We want to change that. We want to implement as much technology as possible, increase the user experience, and everything that has to do with data. I think the data management is almost non-existent in our industry when it comes on the user side, and even on the event side, per events. And that's going to open up, once we do that, that's going to open up the world to us.
And there's more countries opening up in Latin America. Do you have any further plans for expansion within the region?
Well, expansion for us now is going to be more focused on the U.S. for now. There will be less of a learning curve for our product because they are international and we have to repackage, re-language, and reposition. Also, the U.S. is having exponential growth right now. And even though I do believe that we'll be next year still dealing with the pandemic, some parts of that have benefited the online gaming industry. So we want to be a part of that game.
How is Eurobets making racing cool again?
We are designing curated events around most of the important races throughout the year, not only from France, but also from the United States, where we're doing, the whole pomp and circumstance, the dress up, the big hats, the big, cocktail-driven events, and we're doing all of that in the Dominican Republic, which hadn't existed since probably the 1930s and 40s. So thus bringing back that status that the sport used to have back in those days.